good afternoon. Each and every month, we're going to try to do this. We got our Chattanooga's finest in here. Officers, introduce yourselves, officers.
Sergeant Ernest Croft, Chattanooga Police Department, Community Outreach.
Yep.
Officer Lee Mayweather, Chattanooga Police Department, Community Outreach.
Man, every month we're going to try to get with these guys. They're going to come in and talk to us and tell us about how they see this community through their eyes and things that are going on, because these are the guys that are out there. They're out there keeping us safe. They're trying to keep our kids safe most of all. And this initiative that you guys got going on right now it's all about gun violence, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about that. Tell us from you guys what you guys go through, and like on the back of this shirt, it says, your choices do have consequences.
Yes, sir, exactly, Keith. We from the Chattanooga Police Department want our young people to just stop and think for a minute, just like the T-shirt says. It's a simple phrase and quote, but we found out that it has such a meaningful impact when you really stop and think about it. Before you pick up that gun, stop and think, because it's going to affect not only your family, but somebody else's family as well.
And I know you guys probably see it from directly from how it's going down and what's going down.
Yes, sir, most definitely.
And to kind of speak on that a little bit too, because I know you get a chance to talk to these young people. What are they saying?
Sometimes some of the young people feel like they have to have a gun to protect themselves and stuff like that. And according to the Constitution, you do have a right to bear arms. But when you go to the point to where you go to harm somebody, do a crime, just for, I guess, for lack of better terminology, I would say, to show, I'm tough.
Yeah.
But it's going to overtly affect you.
Yeah. Your whole family.
Yes, sir. Not only your family, but the person's family
That's
that
right.
you're going to do something to.
That's right.
So you got two people losing.
That's right.
Sometimes we have one going to the prison system, we have one going to the grave.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Yeah.
There's no winning.
There's no winning.
And we just want our young people to just seriously stop and think, because I know Chris and those guys, the chain burgers, they're out here doing the best that they can in the community to also quell the violence and stuff like that. So hats off to those guys.
Yeah, I tip my hat to those guys, because the chain breakers are really trying to give our youth something to do, things they can be a part of, but you still run into the ones that feel like, hey, I got to carry this to protect myself. And then all of a sudden you got yourself in a situation, because I do think if you do carry this, do they get into a situation where they feel like they have to use it, or they looking to go use it? You know what I mean? If they do have it.
Some are looking to go use it because they just want to try they want to try to show that they tough.
Yeah.
I can hold my own.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm going to let Lee speak on to that, because he deal a lot with the young people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I've observed was from the kids that I made contact with that actually had a handgun on them. First of all, the easy access for a kid to get a gun, they're coming up with their mama's gun or their daddy's gun, their brother's gun, to an event to where they feel like they're protecting their other siblings. Used to, when I was out there, somebody had a gun, and it was to look tough and things like that. Now they carry one to not look embarrassed.
Wow.
Because they know in the circumstances when they meet up with the other person who claims they're going to do something to them, it's either be embarrassed and posted that you look like you were a chump or something because you didn't have a gun. So now it's just matching up tough talk, and then eventually two losses.
Yeah.
When the trigger's pulled, the person that pulled it and the person that fatally shot from it. So now it's not really any thinking behind it. It's almost like young people thought so having a pistol is just like remembering to grab your keys before you walk out the house.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I mean,
and we done seen, Keith, we done seen the families cry. We done seen mothers. We done had to pick mothers off from crime scenes and grandmothers and watch family members cry, And I tell people straight up, when you watch the fire department take bleach and have to sanitize the sidewalk because you see a human's body's blood being washed down the drain, and you think about it, that was a human life.
It was a life.
And then when you think about it, was it worth it?
Yeah.
Was some words worth it? Something that's discussed on Facebook or some social media post.
I was just going to ask you, does Facebook or social media, does it play a part in all of this?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And they don't understand the adverse effects it's going to really have on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this real life.
You know, so really it's all, you know, like you say, everybody's out here fronting in some kind of way. So everybody's out here trying to act like they're bigger than what they are. You know, everybody's trying to act like they got more than what they really have, you know, and then they're fighting over territory that don't even belong to them in the first place.
Not at all.
You know.
And they all live within some of the same communities.
Yeah.
That's what get me. They don't stop. Once again, you got to stop and think.
Yeah.
You know, this guy may live 3 or 4 blocks from me, but I'm having a beef with him.
Yeah.
You know, his mama might know my mama.
Isn't that crazy?
Or auntie might went to school with
been
my
seeing
auntie.
him all my life, going through elementary, junior high school, been seeing this dude, know him, know his family, and then all of a sudden there's a beef going down. It could, like you said, it could be over the minute thing.
Yes, sir.
And then it becomes, you know, gun violence. So on the shirt it says, before you grab a gun, stop and think. And on the backside it says, you know, your actions do have consequences. Choices have consequences.
And that's what we really want to get out there, Keith. And once again, thank you all for inviting us out to have a conversation.
Always.
With you all and also the community. And we appreciate the community involvement because there's other people that have seen the shirts at different events and we give them out free.
Yeah.
And to get that message out there from our older community members to our younger people.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting that message out there and we really appreciate the radio station.
No, always.
You know, and you and your staff for working with us, and Chief Chambers really appreciate, you know, the community and everything working with us to help quell these events and stuff with gun violence and stuff.
Okay.
And one thing I would say, I would ask the community, if you do own a gun, please remove them from your vehicles.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Please remove your guns from your vehicles.
Okay. Tell me why.
Because car break-ins, that's what a lot of times.
That's where they find their guns.
Yes, sir. A lot of times, that's what they're looking for.
Wow.
And also remove your key fobs to your other vehicles out of your cars.
Yeah.
Because if they break in one car and you got the key fob to your other vehicle in there, you just gave them a car.
Yeah, I never understood that. I'm serious. I never did. I get on mine about that. Why would you even do that?
Yes, sir.
You know, and your wallet and all your other stuff that you have. I get on about keeping the wallets in the cars all the time.
That's correct. Take all your valuables out, any valuables that may be computer book bags, cell phones, golf clubs, whatever that is of value, please remove it from your vehicle.
Wow.
And also, Keith, your garage door opener.
Your garage door opener.
That's correct.
Take it out of your car.
You got bars all around your house and on the front door. And you get your car broke in and you just open up your garage.
And go right on in.
And go on in.
Isn't that crazy?
It's just a little thing, but that's what we're here for, Keith, to talk to the community.
Those are tips that I think that our listeners don't even think about. You know, I'm telling you, I'm guilty of that one myself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'll stop doing that.
And we really appreciate it because we really want the community, our young people, to just really make some better choices and decisions.
Well, you know what? I think when you guys come in here once a month and we get a chance to sit down and talk about some of these things and bring it to the forefront, like, you know, people thinking about their garage door opener and they don't even think about that. If we can do this once a month and we can just put it out there to our listeners and to our community, people get a chance to understand, our listeners understand, I think we can start helping these situations just a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so glad you guys come by here and see us. And we got, like I said, we're going to be doing this at least once a month. So we see it from y'all eyes. Y'all tell us what's up, and we try to do better. If you know better, you do better.
Yes, sir, and we appreciate it. Like I said, we just want our young people to really start making some better choices and decisions. And it don't start when you get 18 to 21. It starts when you in middle school, high school.
Yeah.
You know, trying to be influenced by others that want you to do wrong. You got to take a stand for what's right.
Yeah, you got to be your own person.
That's it. You know, we got to get back to the basis in our community, which was God, family, and church.
Yeah,
and community. You know, we got to get back to the basics.
There you go.
Yes, sir, is still yes, sir. No, ma'am, is still no, ma'am.
Yeah.
You know, respect is still respect.
Okay. All right, there we go. Officer Cross, Officer Merriweather, come in. Y'all gonna come in, right?
Yes,
once
sir.
a month. Come
we'll
see
do
us.
Our best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
We're here.
Hey, Chattanooga's finest, man. We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all, community. Thank you.
Okay.